Happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Come on in the room. What's happening, everybody? I am Book RD Muhammad right here at Digital Target Marketing, as well as bookrdmonline.com. It's official, ladies and gentlemen. It's official. It's official. It's official. It's official. All of the work that we have been putting in, as well as all of the information that I have been giving you guys over, if you're going to total it all up, over the last 7 years, especially this time now in the past 2 years, everything that I pass on to you is, ladies and gentlemen, please note and understand it's the exact same thing that I do. I don't do anything any different than what I tell my clients or my students who take my course, because that's the only way. That's the only way for you to know and believe in the product, into the service, into the course, into the system. Is I have to put these numbers up. So again, if you guys just now tuning in, please stay on for a hot second. We're going to get to this article right here, which is big news in the world of content creation, content marketing. Is huge news in the world of how we are able to live the life that we are able to live, as well as make the money, the amount of money that we say we do. Now, if you guys don't know who Can Be Lame is, it's this young man, the guy who does the silent videos. You know, now a lot of his videos are just basically what I call common sense stuff. One in particular that stood out to me the most was this lady. She was taking a cucumber and she was sticking her teeth into the cucumber and peeling the hull off the cucumber, right? So what Canby did was, Canby came up, went to Dollar Tree and bought a $1 fruit peeler or veggie peeler, and he just whoop, right it on off. And then he always does this number right here, you know? So phenomenal. But to understand this young man's story, this young man was a construction worker 2 years ago. 2 years ago, family. 2 years ago, this young man was a construction worker who was laid off at the height of COVID, or at the beginning of COVID. Lost his job, couldn't make any money, and to this very day, that from the research that I have been reading up on, he has not did a verbal interview, or he has never spoken out verbally. Now, that's not to say that the brother can't talk. But being from Africa, or from the continent of Africa, I think it's from somewhere around Senegal. But I can understand why he doesn't speak, because of the language barrier might be in some countries. But whatever it is, case may be, the videos are just common sense, and I love them for that. I mean, the video's common sense, man. But what makes this article stand out the most to me is, he is now the most followed person on TikTok, passing Charlie D'Amelio. Now, Charlie D'Amelio has 141 million followers, 141.3 million followers. This young man now, ladies and gentlemen, has 142.8. So 142,800,000 followers from all over the world. Now, how does that calculate into this world we call social media marketing, or just social media and an influencer? This man can literally now, ladies and gentlemen, write his own ticket. A young brother. Now, at the title of this, I said, this simply put, anybody can do this. It's not about race. It's not about age. It's not about religion. It's not about none of that stuff. It's about your hustle. This man has kept putting content out. and out and out and out. Sometimes 3, 5, 7 videos, contents a day. Staying into the eyes of the people, and then what happens? It does just like everything else in life, ladies and gentlemen. It caught on. People start sharing his content because it was funny, and people, 142 million people all over the world agreed that his videos think the way he thinks is exactly what they think. He can literally write his own ticket in any marketing company, any not just the marketing side, but he can become an influencer and an advertiser for anybody in the world now with that many followers. Now, just to equate this so you guys can understand what the dollar amount equals to, 142,800,000. If he just got $1 off of every advertising and marketing company that comes to his page, $1, he would be worth 142 million. Even if he just negotiated the deal 50 cents per advertisement, he's still $70 million in the game. When people say that you can't make money in this business, that is very false. When people tell you that, ain't nobody making that kind of money on doing them little corny, stupid videos, ladies and gentlemen, that is very false. Very false. Think of it like this. Instead of saying what people can and can't do, think of this in terms from the perspective of a marketing or an advertising agency. Think about how much money they spend. Now, in old terms, and so you guys can understand this, or remember, see how this works. In the olden days, when a company, a grocery store, or a business wanted to run an advertisement, what did they do? They put it into the newspaper, or they put it into a magazine. Now, in a magazine, in the periodical magazine world, you pay for a quarter-size ad in that magazine. Now, if it's a nationally known magazine or a very popular magazine, let's just say like People or Forbes or Newsweek, you're going to spend thousands of dollars just for that little quarter-size ad. let me give it to you now. That's a little quarter-size ad in a magazine. And you're going to hope that the readers who subscribe to that magazine will land on your article or land on your ad, and then they're going to buy something from you. That's the hopes. That's the hopes. Now, in the newspaper world, newspapers are a little bit cheaper than magazines. And you have the only problem with newspaper articles or ads is that you're only limited to the people in your area, in your city, or in your county that even gets the newspaper. Newspaper ads and articles started fading out long time ago because people, with the introduction of online news, now I don't have to subscribe or even have to get a paper and then fill up my trash can with all of that paper and coupons and all of this kind of stuff. I can get the exact same thing in a digital format, and I can read my news on my laptop or on my desktop system or even on my phone. I can read the news on my phone, and you guys know this already just from having a phone, because we have a such thing as the Google News. And I'm pulling this up right quick just so you guys can see. Because a lot of these articles that I get, this background here, I got this off of my phone. Can you guys see that? See, this is all of the news all over the entire world. I get everything. And then I can tailor what news articles I want to even read. You see that? So newspaper articles and running ads in the newspaper are only good for local local usage, but even still, your demographics and your customer base is cut in half because people don't get the newspaper like they used to. This is why it's so cheap to get a newspaper now. Now, when companies see a person on Brother Lame's statue, 142 million followers. This is 142 million people this man has what we call in this business influenced, because they have already set up, when you hit that follow button, then the next window that pops up is notifications. So every time he releases a video, it's going to send them a notification to their news feed or to their phone to say, hey, KB has put up another video. And then boom, they'll stop what they're doing and watch what he has come up with next. That's influence, ladies and gentlemen. That equates to money. Now, in this world of social media marketing or social media influencing, Facebook, and you guys have been following for a while, you've already seen the videos that's already up. And you've already seen when I tell you that Facebook, Instagram, now TikTok, wants you to have at least 10,000 followers in order for you to be even eligible for monetization. 10,000. So in the world of this, the metaverse and digital targeting or digital real estate, whatever name that you want to call it, 10,000 people will get you a check. That's why the stipulation and the guidelines are there. Now, in the world of YouTube, and I would encourage everybody to jump on YouTube now, because YouTube will earn you a check faster. Because on the YouTube platform, all you have to have is 1,000 subscribers and followers. 1,000. And you can start getting a check from YouTube. Now, if that's just to say you're going to get a small check, let's just say $50, just for the sake of the argument of this conversation. For every 1,000 people that you have subscribing and following your page, you're going to get $50. Multiply that by 142 million. Every 1,000, you're going to get $50 a month. For every 1,000. Now, how many thousands are in a million? 10? Now, throw over top of that 142. Ladies and gentlemen, if that's not enough money to change your condition in your life from where you are now, something is wrong. And this is easy access. I was watching a movie last night on Netflix. And the Netflix was talking about comedians and how the game in comedy has changed. Now, according to the English dictionary or the Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, comedian is someone who makes someone's laughs, someone who makes someone laugh through humor. Through humor. That's it. So do you have to be on the level of a Steve Harvey to be a comedian? No. Do you have to be on the level of a Dave Chappelle or an Earthquake or a Lil Duval to make people laugh? No. Some of you are comedians right now in your own family. You have everybody laughing. You're the life of the party. People want you to always come and show up because they know they're going to have a good laugh and a good time. Now, imagine taking that skill set and doing a 30-second or a 60-second video reel, content reel, and posting that on social media. Now, your followers start to get big. You don't have to book that Madison Square Garden and book out arenas and book out comedy clubs across the country. That's not the era and the time that we are in, ladies and gentlemen. That's what they did in the olden days. Again, and I'm no spring chicken, but that's what they did in the old days. Even some of you, even who follow my page, y'all remember the Chitlin Circuit? when artists had to go and get in their own car and drive from town to town to town and doing these little back hole in the wall shows to try to make money. Comedians did the same thing. They traveled around. Steve Harvey talks about it in his story a lot. That's what led him to live in his car. You saving, well, I got to save money on motels and save money on this. And so the little money, I remember even Steve Harvey said one time he was getting paid $25 a show. Wow. Wow. $25 to go up there and make people laugh for an hour. Now, I guess if you relate that to, yeah, he was making $25 an hour, but you only got one set. Now, imagine in today's time, these comedians nowadays, your Country Waynes, your Jess Hilarious, your B. Simones, your DC Young Flies, your Chico Beans, your Carlos Millers, all of these new comedians now have transitioned over to doing content videos to where you can record an hour-long video, chop that up, that 60 minutes down to 1 minute each, which is give you 60 videos. And now, here's the funny part about this and this thing called social media marketing, what we do, and this, again, sticking with this story and how this brother now is a multi-millionaire. You take a 1 hour video, 60 minutes, chop that down to 61 minute videos. Now, and the science behind social media is the average person's attention span is only 33 seconds. You got 3 seconds to make somebody stop scrolling, watch your content. But even the stipulation and the guidelines of social media says 1 minute. 3 minutes is the max, really. And then anything over that 3 minutes, you have to do what I'm doing now. You have to go live. Now, I take a 60-minute video, chop that down into 61 minute videos. And now, instead of, because the science says the person is not going to sit there and watch an hour-long video at one time, that's true, but it's also false. People will watch 60 1 minute videos because their mind, in the world of marketing, their mind says it's only a minute. So either he can chop that down to 61 minute videos, or he can chop that down to 120 30-second videos, and people will watch the entire thing at one time. Now, every time someone watches your content, especially from start to finish, this counts and it counts as the watch time and the engagements. Now imagine 142 million people watching 126 30-second videos. Now you see where the money comes in? This is why we do what we do, ladies and gentlemen. And you don't even have to, some cases, now in the older times when I first started, there wasn't such a press on content creation as it is now, being original with content creation. Back then, you can take someone else's content and then, play with it, manipulate it, not manipulate, I hate to say that's a bad word, but you can take it, either add on to what that person's saying to make it tie in to what your mission, your business, what you are about. If you guys have been following me, you know that my content is all about motivational, inspirational. Anybody can do this. This is why I post the content that I do, is because it's true, ladies and gentlemen. Family, anybody can do this. What people get into their mind is they talk themselves out of being successful because it's uncomfortable. Steve Harvey did a video not too long ago to where he said, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Staying in your comfort zone is going to keep you in the same comfort that you are in. Now, hey, if you like it, I love it. That's not a push and not for anybody to because you may like the condition and the situation that you're in. But TD Jakes also said, if you want to be comfortable, stay mediocre. That's all you got to do to be comfortable. Stay mediocre. Don't make no waves. Don't raise your hand. Don't speak up loud. Don't say nothing. Stay mediocre. People will forget you. You'll be a fart in the wind. I mean, for lack of a better words. You know, it may boom, but then people will forget. But if you want to be great, which we are promised to be great, we are promised. We were promised 2022 years ago that we'll be able to do great things. This brother, KB Lame, is doing great things. Just 2 years ago, a construction worker. And you mean to tell me you've been grinding on your job for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and you are not a millionaire yet? What is wrong, ladies and gentlemen? 2 years ago, at the beginning of COVID, this man lost everything and just started doing content videos. What make him better than you? That's a question. The brother's 26 years old. 26 years old, and he never has to work another day in his life. Country Wayne, another young brother who's a comedian now, and you guys have all saw his videos. Some of them are pretty corny. I mean, hey, I'm not hating on the brother at all, period. Because he was another guy who was $13,000 in debt due to child support. And now he's doing $240,000 a month. Oh, oh, wow. Because of the following, because of the influence, because of the people who subscribe to our pages and they want to laugh. Now, add to that, if you have merchandise, which we call merch, t-shirts, you know, hey, t-shirts, chains, jewelry, add to that. That's just more gravy on the biscuit, ladies and gentlemen. So my question again is, what is stopping you? Great article. I'd love for you guys to read this. I mean, the #1 person on TikTok. He has the most following out of anybody on TikTok. You can also read another great story, which is about Kylie Jenner. Yeah, one of them Kardashians. The least talented Kardashian. Well, all of them are non-talented. I mean, they don't play any instruments. They're not actors. They're not actresses. They model. But that's about it. But to be a model doesn't require talent because they're not on anybody's runway. Nobody's runway. But they're following, especially Kylie. Kylie has such a huge following on Instagram. Wow. This is how she was able to become one of the youngest billionaires in the world. Hey, when you hit the Billy Club, family, you're talking about generational wealth. Actually, anything over 50 million is generational. But when you're talking the Billy Club, billionaire with the B. And all she does is walk outside to her pool at the house, put on these Chanel shades, and stage the little area some kind of way around the pool, and then drop some comment. Hey guys, would you like these new Chanel shades that they just sent me? You guys ought to go grab you a pair. Now, these Chanel shades are $1,000 a pop, but her following and her influence on her following is so big. Let's just take half of the 8.9 million followers. I think it's 80, actually, 80.9 million followers that she has. Let's take half of those. And let's just say 40 million actually have a grand to drop on some shades. You know how much money Chanel just made? This is how she's able to do a what we call a influence drop. She is the most expensive. She can command $250,000 per content creation. Nobody else in the game is charging that kind of money. Don't take my word for it. Research it and go look it up for yourself. $250,000, companies write her a check straight out. 4 of those checks, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's $1 million. And she get to keep the stuff for free. What better life can you have than for Vera Wang or some of these high-dollar designers to send you a dress or an outfit or purse, Louis Vuitton sending you a purse for free, and all you have to do is just go out to eat lunch and you put the purse on top of the table and somebody takes a picture of that purse with you, and then you say something, a cool little line in your description. Hey, out chilling with friends for lunch, Louis Vuitton sponsored this. That's it. Check out my new Louis bag. The description how you can get this bag is in the link. Why you think we post that? A lot of us content creators and a lot of us influencers, that's why we post that. Description in the bio. Link in the bio. We want you to go to click on that link because now it takes you to that company's platform, which you will get a discount as promised. But now that company has saved thousands of dollars from advertising because they know that you have the influence on the people that follow your page. So ladies and gentlemen, listen, if you want to know how to go viral, start creating content that has something that people can relate to. You twerking, that don't make you go viral. It doesn't even have to. Now, I have a policy. I stay away from race, religion, and politics, because that's just not what I do. It'll hurt you more than it will help you, especially because if you go to pissing people off, then they're not going to support your business or they're not going to follow your content. Trust me, I know. Now, what you do in your personal world, hey, look, but most followers or most social media marketers or influencers don't even have a personal page because it's all about the business. Whatever your personal views are, ladies and gentlemen, that's your personal views. Keep them personal. Nobody right now can tell me what religion Elon Musk is. Nobody watching this can tell me what political affiliation Bill Gates is. Is he Democrat? Is he Republican? Is he independent? Is he the Tea Party? Hell, we don't know because it's not important to us. But if they come out and said something against something that we were passionate about, then we wouldn't even fool with them no more. That's how the wealthy stay wealthy, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter. It's not important. Only poor people argue about race, religion, and politics. Only poor people are worried about the price of gas, the price of why we didn't have any baby formula. See, all of that stuff is irrelevant. But stick with what you are. You can never go wrong with motivation and inspirational. You can never go wrong with just making people just forget about the problems that they are facing every day. This guy, nobody knows what KB Lane's political affiliation is or his religious background. You can sort of kind of guess because of the country that he's from, but that still doesn't mean that's what he is. The only thing that we know is that he is of black ethnicity, or black origin, or black descent. That's all. And that's just because when you're looking at him, but 142 million people, they don't even care what color he is. His content is funny. The Kardashians like him, hate him, whatever the case may be. Look, the girl got 80 million people that is aspiring to be her. They want to be a Kardashian. So here it is again in the world of marketing. If I want to get those shades because Kylie had them, or I want to wear that particular swimsuit because Kylie has it, and it subliminally people think that it makes them closer to the person that they're following. Even in the world of music, ladies and gentlemen, you have people that know every lyric to a Tupac song or a Biggie song because they want to feel closer or connected to that person. It makes them feel some type of way about themselves that they can rhyme, and even Jay-Z. Marketing. Hey, sticking with the story, Brother Lamb. Congratulations, Brother Lane. KB Lane, the silent comedian who is now at the #1 spot on TikTok and is only going to get bigger now that he's made national or global news. A construction worker from Senegal, Africa. A construction worker 2 years ago, broke. Now he's one of the wealthiest influencers on TikTok. Hey, if he can do it, if I can do it, you can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys on the other side. Make sure you tune in tonight where my special guest tonight is Sister Colette Muhammad, the sister by nature. Oh my God. Tonight's podcast is going to be a great one. We're going to go a lot into detail about a lost craft that most people have even forgotten about. We're going to dig off into the world of canning, ladies and gentlemen, the world of canning. And this, especially in today's time, if you guys remember, I did a podcast about this a short while ago, where actually the article came out from the World Health Organization 5 years ago that we were facing a food shortage. I just thought that it was on time at the right time to have Sister Colette come on, because she has turned canning into a big business. And speaking again on influencing, I've watched this sister. Now she just announced on her platform, she has now went 10,000 followers. Woo! See what I'm telling you? See what I'm telling you? You can do this in this business in a short length of time, and all she's doing is teaching people the. Hey, listen, I'm not going to run it. You guys tune in tonight on Plugged In right here, wherever you listen to your podcast. I'm on 15 different platforms right now, as well as Facebook. You guys can come back tuning in on Facebook. Now, the thing with Facebook, the shows are not on no more than 72 hours. So after 72 hours, then I pull them off. And then you would have to go back and listen to it on the podcast. But tune in tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And man, we're going to have a blast. I want you guys to come in and check out Sister Colette. I am R.D. Muhammad from Book R.D. Muhammad and Digital Target Marketing. And I'll see you guys tonight. Peace.